Nobody show me the ring and show me the ring and jump right through. I used to. Through. I used to.
Watching live, I do appreciate the watches a little bit later on. Also, I don't know if you know this or not, but this will also be put on the iCitizenNews SoundCloud after we go live.
Really?
Right. So this will be uploaded tonight, so folks will have the opportunity to download this later on and listen even though they don't have the data to necessarily do that.
I thought we were doing it on video tonight, man.
We actually are going to do so. We are going to do so. I'm glad you brought that up. This is the first time that we've done this.
We're trying something new, folks. So, I'm not looking so pretty. Just fair warning.
What's up?
How's it going?
Some of you, if you haven't seen the show since the first episode, then you may have never even seen our faces before.
Well, they would have to, considering that we're all over the banner.
Well, I mean, yeah, they have seen our faces, but they've never seen us interacting with them.
That is true. They haven't been able to see how we interact with the way they act.
Right.
Or you know what I mean.
So
it's Friday Eve, folks.
It is Friday Eve indeed. I'm pretty freaking stoked about it. It's been a rough week. I hope that you guys have had a good one. But we're coming to the end of it tomorrow night. You've got Underground World News Live with Dabu 7, and then the following night there's going to be.
And you know what tomorrow also is?
That's St. Patrick's Day.
St. Patty's.
Oh, I'm pretty stoked about that. So we were actually going to do some in-house research tonight about St. Patrick's Day. See if we can gather our senses about what it is all about. Anyway, is it Christian religion? Is it pagan religion? Where did it come from? Where does it go?
It actually started off as a Catholic.
Where did it come from, Cotton Eye Joe? You missed that entire thing.
Huh? Wait, what?
Never mind. Carrying on.
Why'd you call me Cotton Eye Joe?
No, that's
Odd Joe.
That's her dad's nickname. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, no. I wonder why he got called that.
Because his hair was white, cotton white.
He's had that name a long time.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure it was even that name before it got cotton white.
Our family had a lot of strange names. We had an Uncle Cannonball. If you...
That might have actually been his real name. You never know.
Right. I think it might have been. But Uncle Cannonball, I think I should get it. If indeed I'm ever an uncle, I want a cool name like that. Uncle Cannonball?
No.
I wonder why they called him that.
Uncle Balloon.
Was it because he was he was an old cat. He did pass away a couple of years ago, but I don't think he was quite old enough to have actually used a cannon as we see it I see it in my head. I mean, cannons are still alive, or they're still real, but
they're still being used.
They're still being used. But when I hear cannonball, I think about the fact that it was probably shot out of a traditional cannon.
No, when I think cannonball, I think when you're jumping off of something into the water, you're just like, cannonball!
That also could be the reason why he was called Cannonball, because he liked to swim, and that was his favorite dive. Who knows? Have no clue. How's the audio? Mr. Anderson's in the chat. He's the only one thus far.
No, there's two. There's two watching.
No, the one is us watching ourselves. That's sad, isn't it? We might have more viewers over on Facebook. Tonight's the first night we ever went live on Facebook. If you are over there, we thank you guys for joining us. Our Facebook page is the Facebook.com/the Scattered Smothered Experiment, and you can also find me over at Facebook.com/HumanMay. So, strange news in the world of marijuana.
Yeah, that was something interesting that just popped up out of nowhere. The town we live in.
Scoop. Okay, the cat's out of bag.
What?
The town we live in. Go ahead.
Is talking about changing its cannabis laws.
Right. It's talking about decriminalizing before the states even decided to do so, and I'm proud of that.
I'm excited about it.
I'm proud of that. I think it's time that we end that kind of stupidity. I don't use myself, but I don't think it should ruin your life if you get caught doing that.
That'd be like saying that drinking should.
Right. And in some cases it does. If you choose to make bad decisions when you're doing that, it very well could end your could ruin your life as well.
Yeah. But, that's just an interesting thing. They are in talks of decriminalizing, and if you're caught with possession of less than an ounce, it would no longer be a $1,000 fine and jail time. It would only be a $75 fine.
Right.
Which I would rather take a $75 fine and no jail time over $1,000 fine plus jail time and something on your criminal record.
That will disallow you to be able to
do something as simple as get a loan,
get a job. Some people discriminate against people who've been in prison and don't allow them to get a job at a particular location. A number of things. People even ostracize themselves entirely from those who have been in prison because I don't know, it gives them a weird vibe, like that guy went to jail.
He's a bad guy.
He's a bad dude.
So horrible. Criminal.
Well, meanwhile, in Manchester. Meanwhile, in Manchester. That was Mr. Ode to Mr. McBride. So, what else have we got going on? St. Patrick's Day. Let's go to the Google and find out what that's all about.
The little bit of research that I came across was it originally started as a Catholic
I would imagine so.
thing, but it was to celebrate this dude that took on the surname Saint Pat's. I can't remember his actual name, which we'll come across that and let you know in just a moment.
Well,
he drove all the snakes out of Ireland, and the snakes were actually a symbolic representation for all the pagans.
the snakes were the representation of all the pagans.
Of the pagans, yes.
Now, why the four-leaf clover? We see this picture here. Let me see.
Father, the color green. It actually started off as the color blue, as the symbol for St. Patrick's Day. It started off as the color blue, but it changed over time because the color green in itself represented Ireland more because of the landscape and everything else.
Mm-hmm. Well, I wonder why. What's with the leprechauns? Did you read anything about that?
I did. It's actually based off of a Egyptian god.
An Egyptian god.
Yeah. Or of some sort. I can't remember the name of it. I was up really late.
Yeah, you were up still whenever I was
just watching
doing around
random
stuff.
videos and trying to do some research. So the whole me.
Well, so yeah. So, how did it have anything to do with
The tradition of drinking beer just seemed like it was natural.
right?
The Irish just took it in so well because of the fact that they enjoy it so much.
So, yeah, they like to drink. I wonder if this had anything to do with like Pictish. Well, the Pictish were more Scottish, so that's probably not. That's probably not a thing to work with. So, if you guys are looking at the screen now, you see the actual St. Patrick's or St. Patrick. That wasn't detailed until 2010. Wow, no wonder. Well, that's not.
It's not an accurate situation. It's not representing the original meaning of the holiday.
What is it? That's just a picture.
The holiday makes me want to get drunk. I will say that because yeah, that's what they're calling it now. It's a holiday.
Well, we're gonna this up and put it down. Bear with us, folks. Yeah, this is the first time we've ever been on the live on Facebook. Yeah,
We got a few.
the day of the festival of Patrick is a cultural and religious celebration held on the 17th of March. It's a death date. It's like the opposite of a birthday.
Yeah.
Why?
Because that's the day he died.
I know, but what did he die of, and why are we celebrating it?
Because he's a fucked up individual. He ran people out because of the fact that he died. He ran people out
Let's go see.
Out of Ireland simply because he didn't like the way
St. Patrick's Day is observed on the 17th of and cultural holiday in the it is both a solemnity. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that. I highly doubt that I am.
Solomon.
It's a
Solomon.
It's a holy day of obligation. So I was warned last night about getting on Wikipedia, how some of this is not accurate, but
it does bring some kind of perspective to it, though.
Right, it might bring lights to specific areas.
Right.
You have to take everything with a grain of salt. But here's the thing: all of this stuff is supposed to be cited, and if it isn't cited, then you can guarantee that it's not worth it all.
If I remember correctly, he was pretty much pushing a lot of the Gaelic people out of Ireland.
Gaelic?
Yeah. Our people.
Why would that be a good thing?
He was doing that because of the fact that they were pagan.
Could you hit that light over there? Right. Well, that's No, it's not. Like if you go back and look at statues from that area. So he was known. Are you saying that he was known for pushing the Gaelic community out? He was probably part of the Reformation, or at least the. I don't know. Was he part of the Roman Catholic? But people will take any reason whatsoever to drink.
Oh, I know that, but still.
Thanksgiving is the most drinking holiday in.
And it's the most injury-prone holiday, too.
Absolutely. Well, injuries and alcohol go hand in hand. So that makes sense. What are you looking for? It's right there.
Loco.
So all we have in the chat right now is Mr. Anderson.
We got a few other people watching. We got some folks watching over on Facebook.
Oh, do we?
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for tuning in anyway. Even if you're not watching it live, we do appreciate it. So I wonder if the nor'easter's still going on.
The what?
The nor'easter.
What the hell's that?
It's so speaking of Easter.
Sound like it looks off of Brother Bear. Look at this guy.
I think that was played by Ray Romano.
I don't believe so.
Who's coincidentally, he's also the same cat that played the mastodon. Is it mastodon? Woolly mammoth. The mammoth on IcICE.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got a weird voice, but yeah. I like Ray Romano. I like his stand-up. Have you ever seen his stand-up? He only did like one time.
No, I haven't.
Him and Kevin James like worked together really tightly, and they both had successful television shows at the exact same time.
And they went on each other's shows every now and then. That was kind of interesting.
Well, Kevin James had a really good did a really good impression of Ray Romano, and so you can find videos of them on YouTube if you'd like to look them up. I'm not going to share them, but you could find videos of Kevin James doing impressions of Ray Romano, and I'm not going to sit in horrible seats. I might as well wait for the special to come out on Netflix. I'm sure that's where it's going anyway. That's where all of them are going.
Yeah, you got to think. Anybody that comes to Atlanta now, they're going on Netflix.
Yeah, probably so. And what's the name of it? The Cobb Energy Center is a beautiful theater. It's gorgeous. I went there and seen Craig Ferguson.
Yeah,
and it was beautiful.
That was your birthday.
Yeah, it was Christmas. It was in late November. You bought me tickets for Christmas.
Well, I know I bought you tickets. I just can't remember exactly if it was your birthday or what.
It was for Christmas. I do appreciate it. I would much rather have a lasting experience that I'll never forget than something that's going to fade away
or
so,
just disappear.
If you're thinking about giving me a gift, give me tickets to a show or an event or something like that. Speaking of events, you can find links in the description box down below for the Truth Seeker Summer Bash that's supposed to be happening in late August in Cleveland, Ohio.
28th, right?
I'm not sure about that. I don't want to say that's what that is.
I thought that's what it was. I thought that's when we were supposed to go up there.
I don't know. I think it's very close. I think I have no idea. Let me, Bucks, you guys go ahead and take a look whenever you get an opportunity. So what else did you want to talk about? covered St. Patrick's Day. We've covered the local news about marijuana. Other news about marijuana. Evidently, I guess Jeff Sessions has been saying some stupid stuff. John McCain really said some stupid shit the other day. And Ron Paul was just like, all right, I'm out. I'm done with this idiot. He claimed, and everybody.
That's a funny name.
Nobody called him out on the craziness. What is going on?
That's a funny name.
Putin is a funny name, sir.
Yes, I do that all the time.
Putin, as we do indeed. But Rand Paul just was like, I'm out. He just stood up, pushed his chair in, and just walked out the back door. And that's how it should have been handled. Because it's silly. It's silliness. It is silly. Why in the world have we allow? Somebody said earlier today about that particular event that we should just. This guy clearly is unfit for his position. He needs to go. If he's gonna say silly stuff like that, he needs to go. But then there's some people out there that feel that Trump says silly stuff every day. And
He does.
He does say silly stuff. Beep boop, boop boop boop. I remember that commercial. I think that was edited. But anyway,
He hadn't done shit lately. Has he?
I don't know. I really don't know.
He's kind of faded away.
No, the thing about it is he can't fade away. His press secretary has taken Shay Haynes. Thank you for joining us, Shay. His press secretary is at the forefront, which is what he's supposed to be doing. He's at the forefront of the conversation the majority of the time. They don't necessarily have the camera on him all the time. He does tweet whenever he wants. Okay, so now I know there's more than one person watching, and it still hasn't changed over. I see you, YouTube. I see.
They're trying to hide our people.
We know that you're watching, and we appreciate it.
Why are they saying that there's... I knew I wasn't nuts.
You're not. That's not proof that you're not nuts, sir. That's just proof that...
Why would it say that... I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. Why would it say that there's only 2 people watching YouTube?
I don't know.
Fuck you.
That wasn't towards our viewers.
Yeah, that was not towards the viewers. It was towards the website itself.
Right. Okay. Well. Got anything else?
No, man. I honestly don't at this moment. My mind's...
So it's interesting. There's been a lot of people talking about how folks are working for Russia. Russia's been popping up in everyday conversations left and right. I'm not very excited about that. I'm kind of nervous about that, as a matter of fact. But it is what it is. We're gonna move this back up. And yeah.
Dude, that is some crazy shit.
You like the new background, huh?
That little piece right there, the globe. What's supposed to be circling around? Satellite dishes.
No, that's like topics of discussion.
Oh, okay.
You got science there, you got satellite, you got food, you got all types of stuff.
Man, we just had some
A
spaghetti.
deer, nature.
We had spaghetti.
We had spaghetti. It was okay. You were a little crazy with garlic sauce.
Dude, I'm not used to using actual garlic chunks.
Well, I mean, what?
I forgot.
You're supposed to taste it before you add that to it. If you add that to the meat,
I tried it before, man. It didn't taste like really strong.
Put one garlic.
Yeah, because it has a slight hit on it. Don't. Is that a rice on the TV?
Come join us over there. Yeah, that's right. Looks like 42 people. How can you tell that?
It says chat 42.
No, that's 42 people that are using the chat for Facebook. So, not too concerned with it. You're yawning a lot. Does that have something to do with time change? Time change is really.
Yeah.
Maybe we're getting adapted to it. At the same time, we've been live for about a half hour now, and it's still daylight outside. That's going to be weird to me for a while.
Well, like,
I guess you can consider this one
I
of the
want
only
my hour back.
outside of the Sunday Truth Lounge. This is the only live stream of our group that happens during the day now.
Now. I know I'm scary.
Well, we're not live. Well, we are live, but we're not video. The camera's not on. So, yeah. We'll go ahead and bring up the website and see if there's anything over there we can talk about. Because that's always got something going on.
Shay, help us out. Come up with a topic.
iCitizenNews right now. Whoosh. Yeah. Who's that?
Mama.
Mama calling. See what's going on over here. 10 injured in volcanic explosion at Mount Etna, Italy. That has happened today.
Wasn't volcano explosion in Italy today? That's wild. Can we watch it? I kind of want to make a volcano logo. Because I've never done that. Or, you know, with my tie-dyes and shirts. And white arts and cups. That's
Erick. Make it a bit bigger. There we are. Oh, I can see the whole thing. This looks a lot like the mobile app. I don't know. Have you heard about that? Honey Nut Cheerio bee. They took it off the box. And,
wow.
well, specifically, they took the bee off the box so that it would remind people for there to be more awareness that all the bees died last year due to the spraying that took place.
Oh, it's smart. They should also put on there that it has chemicals in it that aren't good for us.
Probably true statement. That's crazy, man. Look at the power there.
It looks pretty.
It's pretty, but it killed several people.
Well, they were probably too damn
10 people.
stupid to realize, oh, this is going to be hot. Get away.
I don't think they had a choice in the matter.
You see volcano lava.
Do you?
You
Do you?
see lava rolling towards you. You better fucking run.
It was an explosion, sir. It wasn't like
Wait.
slow moving lava. It was an explosion.
How many people did it kill again?
10 folks.
10 people? Yeah. How far away were they?
I don't know how far away they were. But look at that.
That's cool. I like that. That's really cool. Talk about the picture that people died.
She said that injuries included head injuries, burns, cuts, bruises, and that a volcanologist has described the incident as the most dangerous in his 30-year career. Explosions like this have killed. What is it? Well, it has killed.
What did I say, man?
Huh? Guns is out. B. Rich is giving us a hard time. I'm giving you a hard time. Second scene taken from the town of Nicolosi, 15 kilometers south from the top of Etna. It shows the beginning of the most energy with the most continuous explosions and emissions of small amounts of volcanic ash. It also highlights the lava flow downhill on the southern flank of the new southeast crater.
Yeah, but that still doesn't explain how close those people were to the volcano to actually die.
I don't think anybody knows. I think maybe those people were just probably eaten up by the damn, just the magnitude of magma.
How are we to know that they were killed by it? Maybe they were killed and they left up there. We don't know.
How do you know that people found? I don't know. I have no idea. These are questions I don't have answers to that we might have answers to if we were there live.
Yeah,
but a fat chance of that happening.
I would love to go to Italy, but
not
gonna happen in my lifetime.
Right. We could go there.
Maybe in the next life, but not this one.
No, I think you stand a pretty good chance of going. If that's what you want to do, sir, that's what you should do.
With the way things are going in this world now, I'd rather just stay
stay put.
Yeah.
All that, the bulk of that. I feel like you don't put your life on hold for stuff that may or may not be happening. Just mainstream stuff that you see on television. Now, the Muslim population is growing there due to all of the quote-unquote evacuees. What are they called?
Refugees.
Refugees, not evacuees. I guess they are evacuees. Refugees.
They evacuated from one country and went to another.
Right. Well, I think maybe don't put your life on hold for things like that. Like, just refuse to be to live in fear due to it.
Well, I'm not saying I fear it. I just don't think it would be a smart idea to just be traveling
anytime that
around
you go
the world.
Anytime that you go travel like that, regardless of what's going on, you should be aware that there's going to be cultural differences, and you're going to experience some type of culture shock, most definitely. B, there are people out there who they're in specific areas of the world are there to deal with tourists. If you want to go as a tourist, if you want to go as a journalist, then sir,
you'd have to go to places like that.
It's your position. It's your obligation to go to certain locations that other people don't want to be a part of. So I guess
I'm not saying I want to be a journalist, though. I'm just saying I want to talk. I like to talk,
right.
Even though everything that comes out of my mouth makes no sense to me.
Well, it does make sense to you, sir. Otherwise, you wouldn't be saying it. You wouldn't be spouting it out. It wouldn't be coming out of your face hole.
My face hole, yeah, but it sounds like gibberish when I hear it. That's what I'm saying.
Well, then, try to do better. That's all you can do.
Everything sounds gibberish.
I think that can be that can encapsulate a lot of things. That should be the approach that people take on a regular basis. Try to do better. That's really the goal that you should be taking. I would love to go to Italy and
Awesome pasta, really.
we just had spaghetti.
I know.
I'm not really down with don't want any spaghetti right now. Or pasta for that matter.
I want a croissant. That's it.
A croissant sandwich,
Croissant.
gelato. I would like to
Some European coffee.
think
Tea.
there's only one Italian restaurant around here that is really authentic. So
Which one is that? The one that we ate at the other day?
no, this place in Talbusa.
What you talking about?
I'm talking about there is this one authentic Italian place in Talbusa.
Where?
It's not this fancy ordeal where you go in and you have to wear a sport coat and a tie or anything like this. You don't feel obligated to put on a polo or whatever the hell. You can go in
Well,
a t-shirt and jeans.
If it's Italian, I'm gonna have to. I gotta fix myself up.
No, this place is down home cooking. The guy's name is Mo. And he barely speaks English because his Italian is so thick. So
He's from Italy.
yeah, he's got authentic stuff all over his shop. There, relics from.
Why haven't we been there?
I don't know. I've been there. Why haven't you?
That's the first I've heard of it.
Oh wow, my bad. Maybe I should probably tell more people about good food.
I had, when we went to North Carolina, I had, what was it called? The Chewbacca.
The Chewbacca. That's a huge sandwich.
That thing was huge. It was like,
But the size of the sandwich did not take away from the fact that the meat wasn't all that great.
it was good to me.
I didn't enjoy it at all. We talked about this last week,
I know.
but I think last week you were pissed off, and I really do owe you an apology.
Don't worry
No,
about
I do owe you an apology. I want to get that out in front of everybody and you at the same time. Well, I looked into this sleep what's it called? Anxiety, nocturnal anxiety disorder, and it did meet the symptoms that you told me right before we went live. So, my apologies. It's a real thing, and you're not the only person that deals with it. There's a lot of people evidently that have an issue with it. So yeah, there you go. Well, I'm not a doctor. I'm not saying that I'm not diagnosing you. What I am saying is that it does
the symptoms that we're not diagnosing it because I don't know if that's what I had or not. We don't know. But that's what Google says.
That's what Google says. Google probably sold the information, the data about you searching for that to some other party.
Well, they were probably listening to us and decided, oh, we're just going to throw this information out.
Did they do that?
You never know. You never know.
Have you seen any kind of ads that pertain to that? Like for this medication or that medication?
Yeah.
Have you?
Yeah.
I figured that. Figured as much. You don't even have to have your phone on, and you can be talking to somebody, and then as soon as you turn it on or go online and do anything,
anything that has a mic or anything on it, let you tap it. My personal opinion.
Well, there was even people. I don't know if this is true or not, but there were people in the chat for Afterhours Saturday night talking about how for LED TVs they can transmit and receive signal. So that TV right now could be used as a
As a camera.
Is that not wild, man?
Extremely wild.
It's crazy. But yeah, I think I don't know. I think 45 minutes is enough. I appreciate you guys chiming in. I've had a good time. We talked about it. I hope you guys have a wonderful St. Patrick's Day. I know that I will.
This should be an interesting time.
Dabu 7 is going to be live tomorrow night.
What's he talking about?
There ain't no telling. Dude, he been bringing the heat the past 2 weeks. Been bringing the heat. Last week he was talking about the Nephilim. And
What?
the Nephilim.
What's that?
Dude, you're going to have to go get your school on.
Man,
I ain't got time to talk about it.
just tell me real quick.
I don't have time, and I don't have all
give
the
me a
details.
breakdown.
Okay. Aliens. Well, angels, demons equals aliens.
Oh, okay. Like that Anunnaki or whatever.
The Anunnaki. There you go.
Gotcha.
Same situation, same
Same.
scenario, kind of. But he was talking about the fact that King Solomon had a ring, and the ring gave him the power to be over all the people, all the demons, They call them demons. That was what
That's a hell of a
what
lot
they
of
were named
demons.
after. The Anunnaki were they were slain, or was it the Nephilim, which were the Anunnaki that had crossbreeded with humans and created these giants called the Nephilim, right?
Okay, so the Nephilim were the
It's starting to
giant
come back to
people.
me. It's a little bit of time.
So the giant people that were on the earth were actually crossbreeds.
Right.
Okay. I think somebody's told me about that before. But
Well, so after the flood, they were still around.
yeah, you know
There's a
why?
lot of people that believe that they're still around to this day.
You know why they were still around? Because during the flood, they're the only ones that their head could fit above water.
Wow.
I know it was like,
I mean, I can dig somebody looking outside the box, but I didn't expect that to come from anybody. Anyway, wow, wow. That's all I can say.
they're
Yeah.
the only ones that could still stand above water.
Stand above, their head was above the water. That goes. That same idea went into talking about the cabal and all different types of stuff. So I would imagine he probably is going to bring the heat again this week because he has been for the past 2 weeks.
So when the flood came, they were probably, when you go to the beach and you're out there in the water and you just like to stand there and jump backwards into the waves and let it push you forward. I bet those guys were just doing the exact same thing to the storm as it was flooding the earth.
I don't think they were that big.
You never know.
I don't think.
There's no way. But I'm pretty sure maybe around 12, 13 feet.
Who knows what could be in the future? We could be almost on the verge of seeing something like Godzilla come real, or King Kong.
I think it's real already.
Godzilla?
Both.
You think Godzilla's real?
Both. You never know.
Bigfoot?
Think about the Congo.
Congo is a huge place. It's getting smaller though.
Yeah.
So is the Amazon rainforest.
Unfortunately. That's one place I've always wanted to visit. The Amazon rainforest.
Better go soon, sir. It's not going to be there for much longer.
Hell no, because they keep on destroying it. They're sucking all the life force out of it.
There's I was about to spit out some kind of crazy fact about how many species there are in a square mile. But I'm not even. I can't remember that. I'll have to go back and research it. I know I've heard the information before, but I don't want to tell you something that's not true. It's not my style.
There's a lot. We can say that
There is a lot. There's a lot.
Way too many to count, in my opinion. Because they're still finding news.
Yeah, that was the thing.
They're still finding.
They find a new species every 3 days on average.
Yeah.
Every 3 days they find something. Find a new species in the Amazon rainforest.
So there's really no telling what is true out there.
For real, for real. I mean, we got a pretty good idea. This planet's not that big.
Yeah, but everything's crossbreed. Just gonna keep on and keep on. That's evolution.
Everything's crossbreeding.
Yeah.
Wow.
Think about it. Frogs and turtles are gonna start crossbreeding with each other one day.
And they're gonna get a.
You're gonna see a damn turtle with a shell on its back crawling up a fucking wall.
Would you call it a trog or a fertile?
I like trog.
Trog?
Yeah.
Call it a trog, then.
And then
What made you think about that?
I don't know.
You got a crazy imagination, sir. What kind of cartoon world do you have up there?
A pretty nutty one.
I didn't believe in that.
I want to try to draw a trog now. Later.
A trog. We're going to post that on the Scattered Smothered Experiment Twitter account. That's at @SS_experiment. We're also going to put it on the Facebook page, so go ahead and draw that up. If you have an idea as to what a trog looks like, share it with us.
Yeah.
Tweet it to us. Share it on our Facebook page. We'd appreciate hearing from you, giving us ideas about mythical creatures that you think about on occasion. That's pretty strange.
That was the first time that's ever popped into my head.
Yeah, a frog and a turtle cross and they make a trog. Welcome to the Scattered Smothered Experiment.
That's it.
That's it. Keep it scattered. Is that
So let's keep it scattered, everyone.
Well, we just have got a new guest. Mike's just joined us.
Oh,
ImMikeRobertson's got a new show Wednesday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern time. You guys should go over to his channel. And,
Mr. Anderson was talking about how it's a bitch to go live.
It's not too bad. I like trying to prep for it, though.
Hey, go. Did you hear about the trog?
I'm pretty sure he did hear about the drop. We just discussed it.
I know.
We discussed St. Patrick's Day. We discussed the new local marijuana law. They're decriminalizing now. If you have less than an ounce, you're only faced with a $75 fine. That's pretty awesome. That's.
I don't know if it's going to take that.
We talked about Jeff Sessions and his opinion of marijuana. We talked about John McCain and his crazy thoughts about Rand Paul being a member of the Russian mafia.
The Putin.
Yeah, working for Putin. Cliff thought that was a fun name.
Yeah,
that's about it. Putin. You guys should also go over to BRich's channel and sub to him if you haven't already. His link, the link to his channel is in the description box down below. He will be going live on for After Hours later on this week. I think that's going to be about all she wrote. We're just gonna go ahead and set you guys up some music to carry you out. I hope you guys have a wonderful week.
It's been fun. Hope you have a good St. Patty's Day. Don't drink and drive.
Don't drink and drive.